What if I told you the first computer wasn't something sleek or portable? It didn't fit in your backpack, or even your house. It was so massive it filled an entire room, weighed over 27 tons, and needed its own team of operators. And yet, this unwieldy beast laid the groundwork for the device you're watching this video on right now. So the question is, who actually invented the computer? Ask someone who invented the computer, and you'll probably hear names like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. Pioneers, yes, but not inventors. Maybe someone mentions Alan Turing, the British genius behind the Turing machine. Or perhaps Charles Babbage, the eccentric Victorian mathematician. But defining the first computer isn't as straightforward as naming one person. Is it the first programmable machine? The first digital device? Or the first that could solve real-world problems? In this episode, we're peeling back the layers of digital history to uncover the messy, brilliant, and often disputed origins of the computer. From clockwork engines and war-driven innovation to patent disputes and philosophical debates, the invention of the computer is not the work of a lone genius. It's a collision of vision, mechanics, and timing. Let's get one thing straight. The modern concept of a computer is slippery. Today, we define it as an electronic machine capable of processing data according to instructions, fast, flexible, programmable. But in the 19th and early 20th centuries, the word computer referred to people, human calculators, often women, who did math by hand. So when did the shift happen, from human computers to mechanical minds? And who gets the credit? Part of the confusion comes from how we measure progress. Is it about who had the idea first? Who built a working prototype? Or who brought the technology into public use? Every candidate, Babbage, Zuse, Turing, Mauchly, and Eckert, check some of those boxes, but not all. There's also national pride and wartime secrecy to consider. Some of the most revolutionary advances were classified for years, or buried under bureaucracy and politics. What emerges is less a straight timeline and more a mosaic of breakthroughs, sometimes connected, sometimes coincidental. Let's begin with Charles Babbage. In the 1830s, long before electricity entered the picture, Babbage envisioned a mechanical device he called the Analytical Engine. It was a marvel of imagination, punch cards for instructions, a mill for processing data, essentially a CPU, and a store for memory. Babbage's collaborator, Ada Lovelace, saw even deeper potential. She imagined that the machine could someday manipulate not just numbers but symbols, even compose music. In a sense, she foresaw software. But despite decades of effort, Babbage never completed the machine. Lack of funding, technical limitations, and a tendency to constantly redesign. It was a brilliant plan, but a paper one. Fast forward 100 years. In the shadow of World War II, computers became tools of necessity. In Germany, engineer Konrad Zuse quietly built the Z3 in 1941. It was programmable, used binary arithmetic, and ran using electromechanical relays. Many computer historians credit Zuse with creating the first working programmable digital computer. However, his work was largely unknown outside Germany due to the war, and many of his early machines were destroyed by Allied bombing. Zuse later claimed that if Germany had realized the military value of what he'd built, the war might have taken a different turn. It's a chilling thought. Meanwhile, across the channel, Alan Turing was laying the theoretical foundation of modern computing. His concept of a universal machine could, in theory, simulate any computation. At Bletchley Park, Turing helped crack the German Enigma code using the electromechanical bomb. Yet despite his genius, Turing never built a general-purpose electronic computer. His legacy is more conceptual than mechanical. That brings us to the United States, where the concept finally met reality. In 1946, John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert unveiled the electronic numerical integrator and computer, the electronic numerical integrator and computer. This machine was the real deal, fully electronic, general purpose, and capable of being reprogrammed to solve different problems. It used over 17,000 vacuum tubes and could execute thousands of calculations per second. It was built to calculate artillery trajectories during World War II but went on to inspire the next generation of machines. The electronic numerical integrator and computer wasn't just fast, it was flexible. It could be rewired for new tasks, something earlier machines couldn't do easily. For the first time, the idea of software became practical. Though the machine itself was bulky and temperamental, its impact was seismic. Here's the twist. Shortly after electronic numerical integrator and computer's debut, a legal controversy erupted. In the 1970s, a U.S. court invalidated the electronic numerical integrator and computer patent, arguing that Mauchly and Eckert had borrowed key ideas from an earlier inventor, John Atanasoff, who had built a prototype in the late 1930s. Atanasoff's ABC machine was the first to use binary numbers and electronic components to perform calculations. Though it wasn't programmable and had serious limitations, it introduced principles that later machines built upon. This ruling reopened the debate. Who really deserves the title? Is it the man who first had the idea, the man who built the prototype, or the team who made it work at scale? So, who invented the computer? The best answer is, it depends on what you mean by computer. Babbage dreamed it. Zuse built one. Turing defined it. Atanasoff prototyped it. Mauchly and Eckert industrialized it. Each figure contributed a vital piece to a puzzle that took over a century to complete. What this story shows is that technology isn't born in a moment, it evolves. The computer wasn't a lightning strike of genius. It was a long, messy relay race, passed from mind to mind, across borders, wars, and ideologies. Understanding that complexity doesn't just honor the past, it helps us see the present more clearly. So now it's your turn. Who do you think invented the computer? Was it the visionary, the builder, the theorist, or all of them together? Let's debate it in the comments. And if this kind of historical deep dive sparks your curiosity, check out our other episodes on the secret histories of everyday technologies. You'll never look at your world the same way again.